All right, guys, welcome back to the channel today. So as you can tell, we're back in the shop and we're gonna be starting doing a little bit of work to the MegaCab. So I spent a little bit of time this morning trying to clean up around here. This shop is a freaking wreck, just from, I guess, having so many projects in and out, back to back. Didn't take the time to reorganize, but I got my new cabinets in and have them stocked up with all my cleaning supplies and all that needed stuff. I still need to do something with this pool table. I need to get it up out of the floor and out of the way. But as you can see, I was able to get the crew cab moved over into the spot where the regular cab used to be. And I kind of repositioned my racks over here. I plan on getting this camper shell up into the rafters. I'm going to get a pulley system of some sort rigged up to pull that up there kind of over top where the jet ski is. And then I've kind of gone through some of my spare parts over here. As you can see, I've got the full dash and basically the full interior out of the regular cab, and then a bunch of odds and ends stuff over here. So if any of you guys need anything, be sure to hit me up. I've got a ton of crap laying around. But anyways, like I said, back to today's video. So today we're going to be starting working on the MegaCab. The first thing I planned on doing was doing the whole paint match on the front end here. I wasn't really in a hurry to get it done. I went ahead and got all the parts in to do it. Reached out to my paint guy, Mr. Jason Holton up at J&D Holton Automotive. They do all of my paint work and they do an excellent job. So I reached out to him and just kind of let him know, hey, I can't really be without this truck for a long amount of time. Just let me know when you could squeeze me in. And he said to go ahead and bring it on. So today I'm going to go ahead and try to swap everything out on the front end so that way I can take the whole truck to him and let him try to match everything to the truck. This truck here is kind of hard to see, but the paint is definitely not in as good a shape as the paint on this truck was. With that truck, I just took him a few parts off the truck, like the bumper cover and the fuel door, just so that he could match the front clip to. And I mean, as you can see, he did a pretty good job. It matches pretty freaking good. This truck here, I just want to take the whole truck to him because this one, the paint's pretty faded. It's not clear coat peeling, but it's definitely not in great shape. And it's showing its age as being, shoot, almost 15 years old now. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pop the headlights out. I plan on getting a little bit of work done to those. So I'm going to go ahead and take them out. So it's one less thing he has to do. I'm going to go ahead and pop off the grill because, as I said, I've got a paint match grill for it. And then I'm going to show you guys how you go about putting a sport cover on the front of a SLT bumper. It is possible to do, even though the part numbers aren't the same. Josh up at Power Driven on the Horse Torques Diesel YouTube page, he just recently did a video on this as well. So if there's anything I don't cover, swing by his channel and check it out, as he did a pretty good write-up on it. So anyways, I'm gonna get into trying to get this stuff swapped out real quick so I can get the truck over to him and go ahead and get the front end transformation done on it. So anyways. All right, guys, so if you've ever taken a front bumper off of a third gen, you know most of the time you'll take it off using these two bolts here, which have, I don't even know what you would call it, a keeper, I guess, that holds the head of the bolts. The issue with that is a lot of times you have to either pry really hard on the intercooler or possibly take the intercooler out, because the intercooler sits right inside of here and you can't get the bolts all the way out. So what I'm going to try to do, and I'm not sure if it'll work. I can't remember how I did it years ago when I did my 06. But what I'm going to try to do is take these bolts off, or nuts off. There's 3 of them on each side, and I'll show you them on the truck. So the 2 bottom ones are easy to get to. The top one, I don't even know if I can get the camera in here, is right about where the tip of my finger is. So kind of hard to get to. But anyways, I'm going to try to take it off there, and I'll let you guys know how it works. The next thing you'll have is, as you can see, this is on the bottom side of the bumper here, right in the center. Right up here, there's these little plastic screws. They're the little, I don't know, clips or whatever you want to call them, where you pull the screw out and then the clip releases. And of course, none of them want to let loose, so I'm going to cut all of them off here because you don't need them anyways. One thing I didn't mention, when you go to pull the cover off, you'll see all of these little plastic pieces like this here, here, the whole way down. All of those you actually have to squeeze together. It's easier to get in there with some pliers and squeeze it. It was hard to get on camera, but you can kind of see, if I can get the camera over there, the grooves in the top of the bumper. That's where they slide through at. So you can access them from the bottom and just squeeze them, like I said, with a pair of pliers and get the bumper to pop up. All right, so my camera died when I was working on the other side, so I didn't get any clips of that. But as you can see, when I was working on it over here, these bumper covers fit on extremely tight, like to the point that you think you've got the wrong cover or you think something's wrong. But you got to massage it a little bit, work with it a little bit, and it'll go right on. So anyways, one note that I forgot to add was you do have to pull the lower valence off too to fit this cover on. It uses a different lower valence. But anyways, cover's on. I gotta get it pulled back up and adjusted back somewhat into place just to make the ride. They'll end up pulling it off to paint it, but get it all put back together, pull the grill off, swap the spare set of headlights in for now, and be ready to head down the road and get some paint work done. All right, guys, as you can see, we went ahead and got the truck dropped off. So I ended up loosening those 3 bolts that were on the back side of the bumper that I mentioned earlier in the video. And instead of taking the bumper all the way off, I decided to just leave the top bolt in and drop it down enough I didn't have to worry about scratching my fenders. And then wrap the skin for the sport cover, or Laramie cover, whatever you want to call it, wrapped around the SLT bumper. And it worked out pretty good. It probably would have been a little bit easier to get all the accessories and plastics and everything off of the steel bumper with the bumper actually on the ground, but I was in here doing it by myself. I didn't want to take a chance of, once I put the Laramie cover on, scratching it up too bad where they would have to do any kind of body work to that itself. And also trying to get it back on the truck by yourself could be a little bit aggravating because they're not the lightest thing in the world. So anyways, that's about all there is to it though. It's pretty simple. Got it over there for them to paint though. Excited to see how it turns out. I'm sure it'll be great as always. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and thanks for everything. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all.